Cthulhu Jack.
Obsession is the name of this most dangerous game during the late 60s.
You know, just because people are going to ask, was that thing even loaded?
With a deluge of witnesses,
I'm the one who did it.
suspects,
Before I kill you, I'm gonna throw your baby out the window.
Johnny Law, and a cartoonist,
Leo, sweet mother of Christ, what are you drawing?
no one was able to so much as to put this infamous case to bed.
You're gonna catch him.
But that's not to say there wasn't a focus on one individual.
I'm not the Zodiac.
I'm talking about Zodiac from 2007. My Cthulhu spawn and I spent a dreary and sick-laden afternoon into the evening,
Don't tell Mom about our special project, okay?
binging on serial killer flicks. No Country for Old Men and Zodiac each circled around aspects referenced, if not downright mere mentioned, of Richard Cornell's
The most dangerous game. That's why you're here, isn't it?
first published in 1924.
Man is the most dangerous animal of all.
That's the whole point of the story.
With each film following a serial killer who's a virtual ghost.
Yeah, sometimes I think he's pretty much a ghost.
I remember reading cartoonist turned journalistic sleuth Robert Graysmith's book in the late 80s, early 90s. So when watching the film at the time, vagaries had come back. But it wasn't until this second viewing that I really became fond of what David Fincher managed to do.
I started thinking that if you can track these books, then maybe you can track the man. So,
Spending nearly 2 years prior researching, locating and interviewing the original victims and police.
and then I was thinking that nobody knows the case better than you. And you know all the players, and you have all the files.
Fincher condenses it all into a quick-paced frenzy that seemed prevalent at the time.
You won't give his name.
Keeping to accuracy as his director's keen eye always manages to do,
Man is the most dangerous animal of all.
Fincher decided to only present murders with surviving witnesses.
I'm very sure that's the man who shot me.
It does dip into a part 1 and 2 type feel, where there is a time jump after the initial Zodiac craze. Several years later and still unsolved,
No.
And the handwriting?
Ballistics, no match. Prints, no match. Writing, no match.
On both hands, right? Because we got handwriting from both his hands.
And neither hand matches.
this never stopped all who were involved. Inspector David Toschi, who was the lead in the San Francisco cases, was hung out to dry.
He thinks not only is this new letter a forgery, but it was written by the very man trusted to hunt down this killer, David Toschi.
That case from Internal Affairs was eventually dropped, where reporter Paul Avery from the San Francisco Chronicle,
Paul Avery.
Robert Graysmith. I've been here 9 months.
subsequently became paranoid being on the Zodiac's hit list.
A marked man. Paul, if you want to work here, I need 3 things. 1, stop boozing. 2, stop doing whatever else it is you're doing.
Even his wardrobe dictates this, from looking clean-cut and professional, by the end disheveled, disillusioned, and broken.
Are you okay?
No.
To the Chronicle's cartoonist Robert Graysmith, whose Eagle Scout mentality and curiosity of a cat.
Does anyone ever call me names? Or...
You mean like return?
Yeah.
No.
With a persistence measure that lost him a second marriage, yet staying locked with needle-focused determination, Graysmith persuaded his way, digging back into dormant evidence files.
Linda states that some of Darlene's closest friends are Lee, who used to bring Darlene presents from Tijuana.
So what?
He knew her.
All roads, as they did in the original case, kept leading back to one suspect, Arthur Lee Allen. There are several powerful moments in this film, but none for myself were as captivating as Graysmith visiting Allen, or Lee as most knew him by. In actuality, Lee died in 1992 from a massive heart attack. Anything further is continued speculation, as the case is still considered unsolved. Until next time.
Are you sure there's nobody else in the house?
Thank you to our YouTube members and everyone out there for your continued support. And Hail Cthulhu!